The Rangers are somehow still in the playoffs. I feel like I've introed the last like 4 videos with that statement, but it's true. This team keeps playing bad and they're still in the playoffs, or at least in the playoff race. We're actually currently filming this before Sunday's game, so they may or may not be in the playoffs, but it doesn't make too much of a difference. Um, yeah, as you can see from the title of this video, it's called like "What do the Rangers need to do to make the playoffs?" Which I don't think people really want to hear. The obvious is just like they have to play better, the offense has to be better, and they need to be a lot better with runners in scoring position, which they've been just horrible with. Basically, since that Tampa Bay series, I mean the offense has just looked dead since the Tampa Bay series. Um, so we're more just gonna kind of go like position by position and just talk about like what the state of this team is and what we need to see. That's basically what we're going to be doing. So we're going to start with the catching spot because this is the fresh to mind because Logan O'Hoppe has just been called up. I think I believe the Rangers were just waiting so that they can get an extra year of service time on O'Hoppe, which is questionable. But I think let's just see what O'Hoppe can bring before making that judgment call. I mean, Ohapi was really bad in the majors, and now he's gone to the minors, and he's been a lot better. But let's see what he has up here in the majors. He is in the starting lineup against Kikuchi, so let's see what happens. Again, we're filming this before Sunday's game, and it looks like I guess he and him, Diaz, and Jansen are going to be splitting time. So let's dive into Jansen and Diaz. With Danny Jansen, he has come back and he's hit. I think he's 0 for 10 since coming back from the IL. Obviously, he's been horrible this year, and I think all Rangers fans can agree that like this guy cannot be on the team next year. And I don't know what the Rangers are going to do. I suspect that he's going to be on this team next year because last year Jock Peterson had a horrible year, and somehow he was still on the team. But Danny Jansen is not owed as much money as Jock Peterson. I think it's like,
I
I
think
don't know.
he's
It's like
more on the team because Jock's ceiling was so much higher than Jansen's.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, what we've seen from Danny, I have like at least with Jock, we saw some upside. Like we've seen nothing from Danny Jansen, and like the main thing with him is we have not seen like he is one of the worst hitters I've ever seen with runners in scoring position. I mean, it feels like in every game he starts in, he's gonna have a big opportunity, like runners on base for him, and like all he has to do is put the ball in play or get a sac fly, and like he can't do it continuously.
It's
He's been
that, and
like
it's
the
like it's bases loaded, one out, and I'm praying Danny Jansen strikes out because I know he's not doing anything else but strike out or double play.
Yeah, man. It's just like he's one of the worst hitters with runners in scoring position I've ever seen. He's been horrible this year. He's at a 159 with a 548 OPS. It is in 48 games. And another suspicion about Jansen is that like he had like there was when he was hurt, there was suspicions that he was gonna have to get elbow surgery, and then it's like, okay, we're not gonna give him elbow surgery to bring him back early, so it is a little bit confusing what went on there, but I think all Rangers fans can agree, like, you can't have this guy on your team next year. And he has to be a strict backup and he only plays like once every 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got anything else on Jansen or should I move on to Diaz?
Yeah, you can move on to Diaz. I mean, yeah, it's just pathetic.
Yeah.
I do think he is not on the team next year. I think the reason that Peterson stayed on is because you've seen Peterson have OPSs in the 900s, 850s consistently, and maybe that was just his one down year. Jansen has historically not been a great hitter. He's been an average 200 hitter. So,
Yeah. I also think serious teams would have DFA'd Danny Jansen by now. Um, I guess do you want to go on Diaz?
yeah. I mean, Diaz has been good, right? I mean, he was good. He started off really hot when we first signed him, and recently he's cooled down a lot. Uh, he isn't awful. He's just like the rest of the teams that are in scoring position, just dead awful. But his at bats aren't horrible. Uh, Probably not hitting at the clip you want, but yeah, I mean, he's an awful, but he's definitely a backup catcher. He shouldn't be your number one because he's very solid defensively. That is the thing. He is very solid defensively. Um, Great arm, but
Yeah.
offensively, he's just okay.
Yeah, yeah. that something that has impressed me is Elias Diaz defensively. I feel like his arm's really strong, as you said. I like how he calls games. I think he's a really good game caller. I like the passion that he has behind the plate. Um, but yeah, he's pretty much bringing nothing with the bat. However, like if you're gonna take like Higashioka, Jansen wins, I think Diaz probably has the most production out of all of them, or it's either him or Higashioka that have the most production. But then you kind of weigh offense, defense. Higashioka's had a better year offensively, but I think Diaz's defense is way better than Higashioka. But so I think Diaz has probably been the best catcher the Rangers have had on the team this year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, just for his defense, man. But then you got another Evan Carter, so what the.
Mm-hmm. Um. Okay, I think. Okay, well, let's move to first base. Jake Berger, who got hit in the wrist yesterday, correct?
Yeah. That
But
was tough to watch.
yeah, and he says that he's fine and he's still in the lineup. So let's see what happens there. Um, he has had a rough August, hitting 228 with the 670 OPS. I thought that was a lot worse,
Yeah.
but yeah, why is it so high? Again, like he'll have series where he kind of his numbers get carried, like, but like I'll say it again. Jake Berger cannot be your everyday first baseman. He is a platoon hitter and should not be your everyday first baseman. And the Rangers keep trusting him. Like he's been pretty bad since the All Star break. Another one of those hitters that has just been awful with runners in scoring position. I mean, to be honest, every hitter's been awful with runners in scoring position.
Yeah. They just called up the guy who had previously been really good with runners in scoring position in Osuna, and they're not going to play him. Because of this.
No, Ozuna didn't get called up. I think he was just like on the taxi squad. Apparently, he didn't really get called up.
My bad.
Yeah. It's weird. Second base, I think Cody Freeman is starting to get more ABs, which I like.
I like
Yeah, and he's obviously had like a wrist thing early on, but he's come on since getting called up. He's gone. I think he's got 4 hits. I think he's gone 4 for. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 10. 4 for 10 since getting called up, which is nice to see from Freeman. Um,
He has that approach that you like, which is just put the bat on the ball, but then
yeah, but still,
you see that approach in every at bat, and then the moment it's guy on third, less than 2 outs, bro, it's just taking pitches down the middle.
yeah. And then Nicky Lopez obviously has really struggled with since the All Star break, like really, really bad, which is why I was kind of advertising for getting Luis Ariz. Like if in case Lopez falls off, you have you have Ariz already playing second base.
They're not gonna get a rise because the Phillies went for them, and they are not gonna outbid the Phillies, but still.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what Chris Young was thinking in that whole deadline, but I think Lopez should still be on the team because he plays good defense, obviously. But which Freeman also plays good defense. I think Lopez should just still be on the bench. I think Freeman should get a lot of majority of the time at second base. But I think that Lopez puts the bat on the ball, and you need guys that in the lineup that can put the bat on the ball when you need it. I know Friday's game he had an opportunity and couldn't come through, but I think you just need guys that can put the bat on the ball.
Yeah, I mean, but then at the same time, Freeman also does put the bat on the ball. So.
Yeah, but yeah, it's an interesting combo. Or like just Lopez like to pinch hit for anyone, like maybe one of the catchers, so that you can just have someone that can put the bat on the ball. Corey Seager's an interesting one because he's been pretty good since coming back off the injured list. He's hitting getting the numbers right now, hitting 319 with the 889 OPS. The thing is, Seager has really been bad with runners in scoring position. Again, like Seager's been good since coming back from the IL, but he's been horrible with runners in scoring position. Like all the big moments, Seager ends up striking out in.
Yeah.
So it's just a weird combo. I think Zeke Duran has really struggled in August.
No, he hasn't. Zeke's been decent.
Has he?
I think he's been decent. He hasn't been great. I don't think he's been awful.
I think no. Since the National Series started, he's been a lot better. Yeah, I guess yeah. Since the National Series started,
I feel like Zeke's always better at home though.
yeah, or he got off to a good start in that Giants series, and then from the Baltimore series to the A series, he's been really bad. But he hasn't had an RBI since August 9th.
Yeah,
Or sorry, yeah, he hasn't had RBI since August 9th. So that, again, horrible at runners in scoring position. Let me see what his overall stats are in August. 270 with the 639 OPS. Okay, it's not bad.
yeah,
But again, he's had a couple games that have carried that.
yeah. I know, but like he's I don't know. But
Yeah,
I feel like he's been the MVP. Like you have to. So like I don't think he's been awful. I don't think he's been great. But it's like no one's been great. No one's been awful.
no one can hit with runners in scoring
Yeah,
position. That's the
I know
biggest
what you're saying,
issue.
like, no one's been great, but no one's been awful.
No, in my book, that's awful. That no one can hit with runners in scoring position.
I'm saying
Brandon Nimmo.
statistically they're decent.
Brandon Nimmo's been okay in August, but he can't hit with runners in scoring
I'm saying
position.
statistically they're okay, but like watching the game they're awful.
With runners in scoring position.
I know that's what I'm saying. I'm saying statistically without runners in scoring position, you look at their stats, their overall stats, you're like, okay, that's not awful. But then you
Yeah.
watch the game, you're like, God damn, these guys suck.
Yeah. Okay, well, Wyatt Langford, that's a big conversation. I mean, he has been awful.
Yeah,
145 with a 550 OPS in August. I don't know what is going on. Um,
he wants
I
to
mean-
control everything, man, and people figure that out. And it's like, dude, just go to the opposite field. Every time he gets a pitch away, he just pops out.
yeah. He's been awful since, I mean, really, since the Seattle series, Wyatt Langford has been awful. And that's really when the Rangers have started to flunder. So you hope that he can bounce. I mean that's the biggest thing for this Rangers lineup is Wyatt Langford bouncing back, but he has been just awful in August, and he's kind of getting into that Jake Berger area for me. Like where it's like, okay, he's gonna have times where he puts the team on his back, but then there's times where he looks like that, when he looks just absolutely horrendous, and then it's like, okay, so what are you doing for us the whole year? Type stuff. Are you hurting the team or helping the team?
Yeah.
And then I think Evan Carter is another guy who struggled in August, right?
Yeah. Everyone
What?
struggled, bro.
I know, but like mightily struggled. Everyone struggled with runners in scoring position. I'm just seeing like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Evan Carter's been horrible in August. Holy shit.
Yeah.
148 with a 384 OPS. I did not realize it was that bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The freaking Osuna conversation comes up again. And it's like, dude, call this man up. He can't be much worse than what you're getting.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not. Is it? I mean, I think we're kind of convinced it's not going to happen. Again, he had a good July. Oh my! I don't know what has happened this August, man. Evan Carter, and Wyatt Langford. Those are your two guys right there that have been
I'm telling you
horrible.
I'm telling you right now, it's Josh Young getting injured. It is Josh Young getting injured. Compare the stats to before Josh Young got injured to the stats after Josh Young got injured.
Yeah, I guess. I hate using injuries as an excuse for this team. That's kind of my thing. They should be able to hit with runners in scoring position without Josh Young in the lineup.
Yeah, but
They should be.
It's such a momentum-based offense that when the momentum goes, they're just awful. And that losing Josh Young was such a big momentum blow.
Yeah.
They haven't crawled out of it.
Yeah, let's see when he's back and hopefully he helps the team. But I'm not excusing this stretch because of Josh Young not being there.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like I'm
not
sure,
excusing it.
yeah,
I'm not excusing it, but I'm saying actually, think about it. 2024, they fell off after Young got injured. Now they're falling off again after Young got injured.
hmm
That's something you got to think about. It's really Young. Young's got to stay on the field and be healthy.
yeah,
Even when he's bad, he seems to do something for the team. I don't know.
hmm yeah. Jock Peterson's also been struggling. I think like the three guys that have really been struggling are Jock Peterson, Wyatt Langford, Evan Carter, and then the whole team sucks with runners in scoring position. That's the problem with the offense. Like three of your big hitters are struggling, and then the whole team sucks at runners in scoring position. Let's see. I think pitching wise, they've actually been a lot better in August,
Yeah,
right?
they've been much better.
Yeah, I feel.
2025 team.
Yeah, it was weird because for a stretch of games, it was the pitching that was the problem, uh, versus the offense being the problem. Let me go see everyone's stats.
Bradford's been
Um,
really good coming off his injury. Bradford's been
yep,
great. Uh,
Degrom has had an up and down year for sure. Like he's kind of had good start, bad start. Obviously, Evaldi hasn't been there. Let's see. Quantrill's been pretty good, but let's see what happens there today.
yeah.
Um, yeah, let me see what.
What happened with Monty? I haven't seen him.
Yeah, he's just been pitching mop up games. He hasn't been great. 304, 305 ERA for Bradford so far this year. Um, who are the other starters? Rocker, again, having an up and down year, but for the most part, he keeps the Rangers in a game. You know,
Evaldi's just, eh.
yeah, Evaldi, I think Evaldi's been injured.
Yeah, Gore's been
Gore has been a lot better.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gore has been just being aggressive in the zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his last five starts have been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
The starting pitching has been a lot better in August for
yeah,
sure.
I mean, but it's like the definition of a mid team, right? Is okay when the offense is going, the pitching isn't going to be going. When the pitching is going, the offense isn't going to be going. It's just like that's the definition of a mid team.
Yeah. As far as the bullpen goes, like the bullpen hasn't really come to play a whole lot because the offense has been so bad.
Bad, and starters take him out, or the starters will take him out of the game early.
The bullpen has been decent whenever they need it to be. Lat's obviously the MVP of this team for me. Um, like there's no way that the Rangers are like I don't even know 20 losses worse without Jacob Latz. I'm telling you right now. Um, Silseth, what's Silseth's number since coming on? He's actually been decent, 270 ERA in 11 games. The walks are kind of an issue, but Alstrom struggled a little bit. But again, the bullpen hasn't really come into play. What something I was thinking about yesterday, I think we kind of went through the whole team there. Um, Something that I was thinking about is because the Rangers are setting up to finish 500 for the third straight year. And let's see if they make the playoffs because of that. It would be pretty funny if they made the playoffs just by finishing 500.
They go 500 and then they go on their 2 week hot stretch in the playoffs.
That would be funny. I mean, that would not be funny. That would be awesome. Um, I feel like this team lacks upside.
Yeah,
I I think there's things that we know. This team is not a good team. I think we know this team is directionless based on Chris Young's deadline, and just like Chris Young has no idea what he's doing with this team. Like ownership's telling him all this stuff. He wants to win, all this stuff. Like he's flying by the seat of his pants. I think this team lacks upside. Like it's kind of like you look at the team and where does the upside come from? It's like Langford and Seager okay, but it seems like they're not the answers to giving this team upside. Like Seager needs to be better with runners in scoring position. Langford can't Jake Berger his way through a season, go on hot stretches and cold stretches. He needs to find some consistency. Um, on the starting pitching, the upside hasn't been there this year. Bullpen wise, Jacob Latch, sure, but after that, it's like this team lacks some upside in certain areas, and maybe that's just the stars need to be a lot better. Um, but then it's also Chris Young needs to do a better job of constructing the team.
yeah. I mean, it's really coming back to bite you now, not getting Luis Ariz or some other second baseman or another outfielder. Come back to bite you now because you got you guys who aren't, playing well. And then
Yeah.
you're refusing to call up the guy and keep the guy up that has consistently been your best hitter with runners in scoring position. And it makes no sense. I don't know because his power
Ozuna,
numbers-
right?
Yeah, Ozuna, dude, because his power numbers are low, bro, you don't need power. You need a guy who's gonna put the bat on the ball and runners on base.
Yeah,
Ozuna's
for
been
sure.
doing that.
Yeah.
With Langford, he has to take a Jake Berger approach. I mean, I noticed it from like the moment this man came back in the IL, came back and started hitting well. I was like, dude, it's only pull side. He's become one dimensional.
Yeah.
Like, before Langford could hit opposite field homers, and I was saying like, he's gonna go on this cold streak because that's what happens when you freaking just try to hit pull side homers.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're freaking Jordan Alvarez.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, I did not realize how bad Evan Carter has been. But he's not gonna get sent down at this point. Yeah. let's just see what happens, man. We'll catch up with you guys next week. They got, I think, what against Chicago, in Chicago, and then against the Brewers on the road. That is a guarantee.
We're facing Mizorowski.
Yeah, that's a guarantee 2-4 right there. I mean, they haven't won a series on the road since Cleveland
Yeah.
at the end of June and early July. Like, oh my God, this is gonna be bad, man. Um,
They
but
might
let's
get
see what
no hit by
happens,
Mizorowski.
huh?
I'm not even lying. They might get no hit by Mizorowski.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Let's see Danny Jansen try to hit 103, bro. He'll get there. All right. Thank you guys for watching. That's kind of our state of the team type thing on August 23rd. We'll catch up with you guys next week. See ya.